Speaking freely, thinking freely. This is Freethought Radio.
I'm Annie Laurie Gaylor, co-president of the Freedom from Religion Foundation.
And I'm Amit Pal, FFRF's Communications Director, subbing for Dan Barker.
And we're pleased to have in studio with us Senior Litigation Counsel Sam Grover. Welcome back.
Hello, it's good to be here, as always.
And you're quite the traveler.
So, Sam, you're one of the attorneys litigating as part of a coalition these egregious laws in Texas and Louisiana requiring posters of the Ten Commandments from the Bible to be posted in every classroom in these states. Just got back from oral arguments on Tuesday in New Orleans. So can you fill us in, our listeners and viewers, on these cases, what they're about, how they got before the most conservative appeals court in the country? And then we want to hear your reactions to the oral arguments too.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess we should start at the beginning, right, with Louisiana and Texas independently passing new legislation that would put the Ten Commandments, and specifically a Protestant version of the Ten Commandments, in every public school classroom in the entire state. So we got involved with some coalition partners at other nonprofits and a respected law firm to bring challenges to both of these laws on behalf of parents, clergy members who object to having their students in public schools be subjected day in, day out, every hour of every day in every one of their classes to the Ten Commandments.
And this is an eclectic kind of coalition of plaintiffs because they're Christian, they're Jewish, they're Hindu, and they're non-believers.
That's right, yes. As it turns out, if you pass a law like this that coercively subjects other people's children to one specific set of religious beliefs, you will get people of all faiths and no faith objecting to that.
And of course, it's a Catholics are left off because it's a Protestant version of
That's
the
right.
Ten Commandments. So it's even a lot of Christians, not just liberal Christians, but Christians who are being excluded.
Yeah, and we also have Christian plaintiffs who object to their version of the Ten Commandments being in public schools because it takes away their agency in teaching it to their own children the way they want to.
And also, they might consider it sacred and sort of blasphemous to stick it there in the classroom in a public school.
Yes, yeah.
So Louisiana passed this bill first in 2 years ago, and then
That's right.
Texas followed suit last year. And so we're winning so far, right?
Yes, so in both cases, we started at the district court, as one does, and both judges there entered preliminary injunctions. Basically, what we asked for was, while the cases continue through the courts, that none of the schools where our plaintiffs' children go, none of those schools should be able to put up the Ten Commandments posters. And both judges granted those preliminary injunctions.
The Louisiana and Texas judges.
Yes, correct. And that's currently what's on appeal, whether those injunctions can remain in place.
So, but I understand that, at least it wasn't in Louisiana, that a 3-judge panel on the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals did agree with us. But then what happened?
That's right. So Louisiana appealed that initial district court decision, as did Texas in the other case. And on appeal, a 3-judge panel of the Fifth Circuit decided that we still win, right?
That we should be able to continue the case and keep the posters
Exactly. Basically citing this binding Supreme Court precedent in Stone v. Graham, a case from the 80s where basically Kentucky did the same thing.
Taken by our member, William Cameron Stone.
That's right.
A life member.
Yes. Right. So in that case from the 80s, Kentucky passed a law trying to put the Ten Commandments in every classroom in the state, and the court struck it down, saying that this is blatantly unconstitutional. And they did so citing primarily to the Lemon test, which was the prevailing test at the time. Right. So you need to have a secular purpose. You need to have an effect that doesn't advance religion, and there needs to be no government entanglement. that was the main rubric under which they evaluated that case in the 80s. And so this 3-judge panel said, well, even though we don't use the Lemon test anymore, Stone v. Graham remains good law, right? And so we are bound by this decision from the 80s because it also does touch on issues of coercion in the classroom, right? The Supreme Court has long held that the public school context is special when it comes to prohibiting government coercion. Right?
Well, so we won at the Third Circuit, so why were you back at the Fifth Circuit on Tuesday?
Right. So we won in the Fifth Circuit with this 3-judge panel, and immediately the entire court decided to hear the case en banc. Right. So
which means the whole panel.
The whole circuit.
And it's a big panel, ain't it?
That's right. So there are 17 judges on the Fifth Circuit.
Wow.
17. Oh,
yes.
Somebody missing?
There was an 18th judge from one of the district court. From the initial panel. There's an 18th judge who's also participating. But yeah, 17 judges were there in person and an 18th listening in. And it was a bit of a circus.
I can imagine.
So Governor Landry, Louisiana governor, showed up to listen to the oral arguments.
And of course, he's a theocrat type.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. He did not approve of our position in the case. But so we had Jonathan Youngwood of Simpson Thatcher arguing on our side.
Pro bono.
Yes, correct.
So wonderful.
And,
So, Sam, what's been intriguing to me is why all this constitutional backsliding? Why these bunch of state laws now?
Well, I think you can point to the makeup of the Supreme Court and the courts of appeals, right, as the reason why the Christian nationalists are feeling so emboldened to revisit issues that were decided definitively in the 80s.
So your impressions quickly from this, could you put up a finger and see which way the wind's blowing? How did it go?
We feel confident after the oral argument that we will prevail at the Court of Appeals. And that's primarily because Stone remains good law, right? And there were questions from some of the more conservative judges at the Fifth Circuit about whether or not Stone was still good law. But we answered those authoritatively. It has never been overturned, and it does. The reasoning in that case goes beyond the Lemon test, right? And so Stone survives to this day, and for that reason,
that Stone survives.
it absolutely does, despite the more conservative judges that Trump has been able to appoint to both the Supreme Court and courts of appeals.
High point, low point of your trip there?
Oh, well, the high point was the food, obviously. But in terms of the oral argument, the judges did not let the other side's attorneys go without some really poignant questions about it being a specific version of one Christian faith on the walls of the classrooms day in and day out. And then also they really grilled those attorneys on their lack of historical evidence.
Good.
Right. So we put forth an expert historian to explain why this was not a practice, right, from the founding through today. Obviously, there were no public schools at the founding, but the Ten Commandments have never been in public schools in this country for good reason.
Yes.
And the other side got grilled on their lack of equivalently persuasive history.
Well, so we got our day in court.
Yes, we certainly did.
You felt that way. And you went to warm weather and came back to, we're going to be really sub-zero here in Wisconsin. So that must
Extremely
have been
sub-zero.
Yeah.
Must have felt mixed feelings about returning.
It's a little bit of whiplash there for sure.
Yeah, well,
but yes,
you.
we got our day in court. And so did our plaintiffs. Many of them showed up to listen to the oral arguments,
right.
and they gave statements after. And they're just impressive.